Patio and Garden Show. I'm super excited that we have things that are not only beautiful, but super functional. And yes, we have outdoor growing things, which means that, you know, we need to prune them and trim them and care for them. We can certainly hire somebody to do that, but that gets really expensive. So what I love is that we have from Sun Joe, and they do Sun Joe, they do Air Joe, they do Snow Joe. We have from them the ability to do it ourselves, and that's what this is all about. This is all about lopping and pruning, and it is a QVC price of $173. Free shipping and handling, which is really cool. Check it out. I can lop and prune. 5 easy payments of $34.60, and you are in control. Ships to you for free, saving you $12, almost $13. Now, we actually used to have colors in this, but now we only have green. Don't worry, they all did exactly the same thing. We only have 500 to go around on this, and here's what the great thing is about this. What you're not doing is gassing. You're not using a cord. You're not hiring somebody, which means that can be really expensive. You are actually having the power to do it in the palm of your hands. And not only do you have the ability to do it from far away, but also up close. M68558 is your item number. I'm going to welcome in my guest, Sean Pickford, because Sean is our do-it-yourself guru. I feel like, did Sean call you like everybody's dad? And then Rick called you something else, which I'll ask you. And then also there was a birthday in there for St. Patty's Day. Is that right?
You are correct on all of them, yeah.
Happy birthday, Sean Pickford.
I appreciate that. So thanks. Yeah, these are awesome. So
yeah.
Make a great birthday gift if you're thinking about it for somebody. Why? Because they do all the work for you. You said the gas and the oil and stuff. What about hand strength?
Right.
That's what this was all about. This was about putting a limb or a branch or something in here and squeezing it just to cut one thing. These are so much easier because it's on the pole, so it gives you the reach. So I can reach right in, hit the button. My hand back here is controlling the blade all the way up there. And the cool thing is, if I telescope this all the way out, Rachel, so I can extend it an extra 3 feet. It's already about 6 feet long. So I could turn around and I could almost prune the bushes all the way back over there. All right. Yeah. But what it's great for is pruning things that's way above your head or down below your feet. So I don't have to get on a ladder. And that's the great thing about it, because let's face it, I don't want to be hanging on a ladder, trying to hold on with one hand and prune and lop and do the stuff with the other hand. So this makes it so much easier.
No, you know what? And I'd love for you to give us a tour too, because you can change the angle of this depending upon what you need to get, and it locks into place. And then there's also a lock here. So, or maybe do you want to tour on my end and that?
Well, okay. You can see, I mean, on yours there. So you got the stainless steel blades in front.
Yep.
All right. You have that pivot. So you might put it where it's a little bit of a 45-degree angle so you can get around a limb. Or in that case, you would flip it over where if you're pruning something below your feet down low, you don't have to lean over now. So you get the right angle with it.
Yep.
You want to do it at a 45. Maybe you're getting something that's up over on the roof or the gutters, something like that.
Yep.
So that makes it so much easier. So that's why we give you the flexibility to do it in those different ways.
Got it.
But the other thing too is, I mean, it's basically a 2-in-1 like you saw in the video.
Right.
Because you can take the top piece off, which is the pruner, and the bottom piece, which is the battery. And I'll just do that real quick. And then you convert it to a handheld. So now, in a matter of seconds, you go from having it on the pole to having it in your hands. And again, it's all about just squeezing 2 buttons. This is your safety button. This is your trigger. So as I squeeze this, then I can cut. Now, when I cut, I always make sure I wear my safety glasses. So it's real easy. This is something that I just pruned from one of the trees behind me a few minutes ago. And you can see how thick that is. But watch. It goes right through there. And the cut is crisp. It's clean, it's precise, and that means that the plant or whatever you're pruning is not going to become dead, diseased, or decay, and it couldn't be any easier. So it keeps working time after time after time because of that 24-volt battery, and you get a 3-year warranty.
Oh my heavens, 3-year warranty, that's crazy. So can you tell me the difference between pruning and lopping? I think I don't know.
Well, basically, these are handheld pruners, all right? They're a little bit smaller, and they cut littler things. So the thing is look, the blade's open to be about the same amount, okay?
Yep.
It's about the same distance. So I should be able to cut the same thickness with this that I would with this. The problem is, in order to do this, it's repetitive, and I almost need 2 hands I do need 2 hands. All right, to be able to cut through there. So I'm going to do that 3 or 4 times, and then my hands start to ache.
Ooh.
Well, this is easier because watch. All I'm doing is hitting the button, and the blade and the 24 volts doing all the work for me. And I can do this all day long, and I'm not getting the hand fatigue. And you recharge the battery. So you get the best of both worlds.
Yeah, you recharge the battery, and this is a battery that isn't just for your pruner and lopper. If you have anything else from Sun Joe&reg, Snow Joe that takes a 24-volt cordless battery, look at all the things that you can use with it, right? You want to walk us through those, Sean?
Yeah, so I mean, whether it's a lawnmower, whether it's air compressor, hedge trimmer, snow blower batteries, as long as it says 24V, that's a 24-volt battery. So, I mean, we sell 5 different types of batteries. You can use all of them on this. It's all interchangeable. That way you don't, if you already have batteries, you already got a second one. So makes it so easy.
Okay, I love it. And I love that you actually can take this off, and it really is a 2-in-1. This is 5 easy payments, of $34.60. Super easy, super lightweight. How long will this actually keep its charge after I've fully charged it, or like how long can I cut?
Okay, so your battery will hold its charge for an entire year.
Okay.
Cutting, it all depends on the thickness. So if you're going to put something in there that's basically over an inch thick, you're probably going to get 60 to 70 cuts out of it. But the great thing is, Rachel, you just check the battery because there's an indicator on it. So you know when you hit the little button and it shows the 3 dots, you still have a full charge. So I've been using the same battery probably for the last 10 airings that I've had on this, and I don't need to charge it because these batteries really last a long time.
And look at how wide and how the girth of what you're cutting. Can you tell us the diameter of what the branches, or remind us that you can cut with this? Because this is pretty cool.
Yeah, so you can put up to 1.25 inches in here. Like I said, if it fits between the blades, it's going to cut it.
Wow. And what you're not doing, I mean, just look at my hand,
you're not
right?
squeezing.
I am holding the trigger and the guard. So both of them, and that's it. And here's what I'm not doing. And then you're right, I'm not doing this. I'm simply doing something really easy and cutting those branches. There you see that. And let me ask you maybe a silly question. How do I sharpen these, or do they ever need sharpening?
You don't need to sharpen them. That's the beauty of this. There's stainless steel bypass blade on there. Mine's 3 years old. Okay, I use it all the time. You can see I'm cutting dry twigs here, and normally with the handheld ones, I'd have to really squeeze in order to be able to do this. And just to show you, if I was trying to put this in here, so I really got to use both hands. I might not be able to do this. Nope, I can't even cut this. So
I love that you tried.
The handheld one doesn't work. All right, but look at this. I can just keep cutting and keep cutting, and this really makes a huge difference because the 24-volt battery and that stainless steel blade is doing all the cutting for me. There's no effort on my part.
And here's the cool thing. The cool thing is, first of all, is that it's like origami when you put it back together, which is super satisfying. But the other thing that's really cool, honestly, is cutting is satisfying. Sean, when we used to demo when you were here, you'd start cutting, and I'm like, oh my gosh, whatever like the demo piece was, it's gone. Because there's such satisfaction to cutting away what's grown and gotten overgrown over the winter season, and you go in there and you're like, oh my heavens, all of this is gone, and I feel like do-do-do-do-do. Right?
Well, you can see the accomplishments, and that's the great thing about it. So you can take pride in your work when you have it done. So, and I mean, that's the great thing. You can switch back and forth as many times as you want to do that. I love that it's nice and tall. I mean, I'm almost 6 feet tall, so fully collapsed, it's 5.5 feet. I get to extend it another 3 feet, so 8.5 feet. I can reach up to 14 feet in the air, but my feet are on the ground.
Right.
I'm not teetering on something.
Nope.
And if I got to cut something below my feet, I put it on an angle like this. And now I can reach down into the sticker bushes or the poison ivy without getting close to it.
And guess what? You already own it. You own it. You own it for life. And you can share it with a neighbor or not. You are you're not using your hand strength. You're still getting the satisfaction of doing it yourself. You're keeping your feet on the ground, no gas, no cords. I love it and I love all my Snow Joe and Sun Joe items because I have a sense of accomplishment. I don't have to, it's in my budget because I've already purchased it, and I get to do it as often as I want to. Sean Pickford, thank you so much. And you're coming back at the end with, oh my heavens.